My name is Jacob Brown. We are at Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca over in Monterey, California, and we are standing in front of the 1 millionth Mazda MX-5 Miata made, called the Roadster in Japan. So Mazda has been making MX-5 Miatas since 1989. It debuted at the Chicago Auto Show in 1989. We actually have the 15th car, which was at the 1989 Chicago Auto Show over there. 27 years later, we are now at the 1 millionth MX-5 Miata produced. This car, it is a right-hand drive Japanese spec car with the steering wheel obviously on to the right side. It's a 1.5 liter engine with 131 horsepower versus 155 that we have here, but it's also about 150 pounds lighter than the car that we have here. So over in Japan, the car is a little more basic, a little bit more just about the pure driving experience, whereas we have such Febreze as cruise control over here. This is what Nobuhiro Yamamoto, the program manager for the car, wanted in his ideal ND, which is the 4th generation of the Mazda MX-5 Miata. Back to the basics, but still very much pure to the mission of what the original car was back in 1989. Mazda Corporation has very meticulously taken 20,000 spots for people to sign, and MME stands for Mazda Motor Europe, MNAO stands for Mazda North American Operations. Then MA is Mazda Australia. They'll be getting the car in January, February. And then MNAO has had the car, Mazda North American Operations has had the car for the last month. And we've been going on a cross-country 18-stop tour to be able to have fans sign the 1 millionth car. This car will live in the Hiroshima Mazda Museum by the time it is done. It is, and our goal is to fill up all 20,000 spots with fans from all over the world and show some love and appreciation for the people who helped get us here to the 1 millionth car. Right there. There's my signature right there, Jacob Brown. We had company employees sign the car before it went out on the road, and since then it's been on the road for the past month and a half, and we've been all over the country. We started up in New England, we went down to Florida, then we started going across the country west toward Texas to Arizona, and then all the way over to LA, and then all over to here. So the car has been all over the US. We've had hundreds of people at each stop sign the car, and obviously there's still a bit of real estate, so we're gonna have to fill that up. Okay. So our executives and everybody have signed in the car as well. And one of the cool things about this car isn't just the fact that people have signed all over the car, it's that people have signed inside the car too. Those are all signatures from the engineering team. That's Julian Montese, who ended up doing the interior design of the car. I believe that there is one right here. I believe that is Moro-san, Masamuro. He is the president and CEO of Mazda North American Operations. And then, if you follow me over here, when you pop the hood, whereas that was a lot of the executive team, this, however, is a lot of the engineering team that ended up signing inside the car. And this is why I was scared half to death to drive it around parade laps. This car is as much a treasure to the Mazda Corporation as the 787B that won the 24 Hours of Le Mans.
So, did the hydraulic engineers sign the hydraulic steering pump?
Yeah, we have there actually people who've signed suspension arms underneath the car.
And is it, but if I was a suspension engineer, do I get to sign a suspension bolt? Or?
If you wanted to. Only person who hasn't signed this car yet, who probably ought to, is Dave Coleman. We'll get that figured out soon enough. So some of the cool stuff of Miatas and Mazda Raceway, obviously we are all about giving back to the fans with the 1 millionth car, but we also have some other cool stuff too. We have number 15, which is the car that debuted as a red car in the red, white, and blue trio at the 1989 Chicago Auto Show. It's one of the earliest cars still in existence. We have 14, 15, and 17 over in Irvine, California, if you count that one, sitting in our basement collection. And then also we have this. This is a 2017 MX-5 RF. That stands for Retractable Fastback. So the RF is the latest edition, and it supplants what was the power retractable hardtop in the lineup. It has a fixed buttress in the back and kind of this really cool fastback style. The rear window goes down at the same time as the top goes down. It takes up really no more trunk room, as in you still have almost the exact same amount of trunk room as in the soft top. The car, we just announced pricing. This one, as equipped, is just under $35,000. This is the RF Launch Edition, which has a black top, the Auburn Napa interior, and then the machine gray finish. And it is based on the Grand Touring trim level. We also have we announced this weekend was the base price on the Club model. The car is going to come in Club Grand Touring and Launch Edition. Club starts at $31,555 plus destination. That's $31,555 plus destination. And with that, it's going to have very much the exact same options as the Club as you know it for 2017, but the soft top and the RF Club are getting rear cross traffic alert and blind spot monitoring as standard equipment. So it's really cool that we were able to tell everybody here at Miatas and Mazda Raceway before anybody else. And right now, from what I understand, we have in attendance about 600 Miatas and about 800 enthusiasts who came along for the ride. It's just a really awesome experience to be able to see this many old cars, new cars, customized cars, exo sets, which are more or less skeleton cars with Miata power plant frames. To see the Monster Miata with 525 horsepower, which I was told is more or less a modern Shelby Cobra. But everybody has something in common. They all love the MX-5 Miata, and obviously you can tell how we got to the 1 millionth car by looking at just the vast crowd of people who are over here with all other cars. The 2017 Mazda MX-5 Miata pre-order started last week, which was the last week in September for customers who had previously owned Mazda products. They will continue and go on sale to the general audience for the launch edition on October 3rd, and anybody can order one with a $500 security deposit at that point. And then from there, these cars will start delivery early next year.